Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. I already went.
Well, I'm Will.
Jeffrey. Yeah, Will's finally back.
I am back.
Tell us
Vegas
about the
was
loofah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Greatest burger I've ever had. I guess it already existed, but it was the first time I had it. And
Was it 2 patties?
yeah,
Okay.
2 patties.
Did you not? Did you just send me the picture, or did you send?
I
it
didn't
to
get
the
a picture.
I just
That's
sent
okay.
2 patties.
2 patties.
On a donut. Kind of a crispy. I don't think it was literally a Krispy Kreme.
glazed
but
donut,
cooked that
yeah.
way. And,
Well, it would have been a light fried donut either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they probably make it in house.
oh, it was definitely
Yeah.
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 So they were slow. They took us a while to get to us. And it first came out, and it looked like a regular bun, and I was just like, I'm hungry, I don't care. And so I go to grab it, and he's like, that is not a donut.
That's not a donut.
And the guy was like, that is not a donut. He's like, 1 second. And I was like,
oh.
uh-oh.
You
I
were
was like,
supposed to have it on a donut. It was
I'm
just
like,
a regular bun.
I'll eat it. It's
hungry now.
fine. I'm like, I'm cool. And then, but yeah, I think he literally just had the donut and just took my
Yeah.
plate and just put it on there. But yeah, it was I couldn't, like, I don't know how you're supposed to eat it with your hands. I don't know if that's possible.
I don't think you're. I think number one, you're supposed to cut it in half.
Yeah, you cut it in
I
half.
cut it in
Yeah.
half, but there's still no way I could eat it with my hands.
And then number two, yeah, if it's too big for your hands, yeah, you eat it with a
Yeah,
knife. And
it was
fork.
a knife
Yeah,
and
it's
fork.
a knife and fork.
Well, I mean, and you break the fried egg in there, so it's already covered in yolk
Oh,
and everything.
yeah,
I was like, I'm gonna eat it with a fork and knife. I don't really
Either
know
that,
any
or
other
you
way
just
to...
dive in like a swamp, and that's fine too.
That's
like,
fine.
there's nothing wrong with that.
But you can't touch anything for like the next 2 hours.
Well, no, hold on, man. Okay, because like if you go to a wing place, right, you're not supposed to just have napkins. You're supposed to have like paper towel, like dispenser,
or the wet wipes,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. In a burger like that, if you're supposed to eat it with your hands, you'll have one of those
They
at the
gotta
table.
give
Yeah.
They give you a little tiny square. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, fix yourself, son.
But that was my first time with that, and it was literally the best thing I've ever tasted. Like, I'm cool to go to Vegas just to grab another one from that place.
So
You
yeah,
can get it
really
around
with you,
here.
yeah.
So.
I will try it.
Yeah,
That was delicious.
I've seen them on the menu.
Where to go?
I don't remember. So
Is it literally called a Luther?
no,
Or
it
it's
was
Luther from the show.
no. I don't remember why it was called a Luther.
Well,
So-
it's named after Luther Vandross.
okay,
In the show?
in the
Yeah.
show,
Huh.
yeah. But it was Uncle Ruckus who was telling the story, right?
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
Uh-uh.
Oh no, you're right. It was Grandpa, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
But he's the one that made it. He made that because they were watching the movie Soul Food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So. Yeah.
So suddenly it became a big deal to him. It became part of black culture because he saw it in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's a part of my soul now, so I'm cool to call it.
Hey
my
man,
soul.
you know what? If I'm there with you, I'll take you. I'll take you up on it.
It was fantastic. So
I mean, I would argue that like a good 25% of the best meals I've ever eaten have all been in Las Vegas anyway too. So if you want to do the tour with me, I'll take you.
the tour is kind of hard. We ate at some funky places, so had ate at a French restaurant that was $100 plates and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all
Eat
that.
some foie gras. Yep.
I would, no, she did. There's no.
She did?
Oh yeah, she
Oh.
loves it. She ate escargot and Fogle. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
foie
no,
gras.
no.
Bro, it's fucked up for me.
Yeah, there's like ethics
Like-
involved in that.
I'm sorry, man. It's like that's one of those things. Like, yeah, I can eat it, and it from what you describe, I'm like, all right, based off the other stuff I've eaten, okay, I can do this. But there's like no version of this. There's no fucking cruelty-free version of foie gras. You have to force feed the goose
Butter.
Or duck.
or duck.
Yeah.
One of the two.
But to be fair, I don't really like duck meat though.
It's greasy. So
It's just weird.
Yeah,
It has
I think
a.
I've had duck.
I've had duck.
I've had duck.
greasy.
It's got. Like, there's a lot of people that say it's the most succulent fowl that you'll eat, but I mean, it just has a weird.
Yeah, I don't like duck eggs either. They're greasy too, man.
Duck eggs
Ducks
are
are just
okay, but
greasy.
it's just yeah, they are
Too
fat.
greasy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're fat animals.
Yeah,
they're
that's
designed
true.
to
they're
survive. in the-
buoyant.
Yeah, they're buoyant, and they're supposed to live in colder temperatures too.
Right.
So they got to be fat.
Yeah. No, like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of duck. I'm not. There's a couple like game birds that I don't really like. Pheasant eggs. I don't like pheasant too
Well,
much.
pheasant eggs are fine.
Yeah, I don't like them that much.
They're fine.
They're
Well,
okay.
this is me. It's which macaroni cheese is my favorite?
The blue box.
Craft.
Exactly.
Well, me
Yeah.
too,
So it's
yeah.
not as though
Those
like
would be chicken eggs, Jeff.
Yeah.
you
It's
like
not
the
as-
any shit.
That's all I eat. Is chicken.
it's not as though I don't like some of the nicer things, but my baseline is the stuff I grew up with. So, man, I gotta tell you, like for the first time, and it must have been like 20 years, like this last time I went grocery shopping, I just saw something on the shelf. I'm like, I instinctively just like took it without thinking. Walking out with the cart, I'm like, I didn't know I was buying this.
What was it?
It's a little box of Barnum's animal crackers.
Oh, those are great.
Whoa, they had that little
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
4 animals in a zoo.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like I saw it and I was just like, yoink it. I threw it in, and like there wasn't anything special about it. It just tasted so good because.
I always have animal crackers in my house.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right. Well, you
almost
have a
always.
kid, yeah.
Well, you don't need them.
Does it even have the spoon on it that you carry it? Like,
The one I got was a little bit bigger,
okay.
but I think those were there too. I just because
I haven't seen one of those old school boxes like that in a long time.
that's part of the charm, don't you think?
I get the bucket of them at Costco.
There was like a step. So there's one. I think these were the ones that you're talking about because there were like kind of like in the snack pack thing where
Okay.
they were like boxed up, but I didn't like look at the box. I'm like, I'll bet you that's it. And then there's one size up that's kind of like a bag, and so I grabbed that. And then there was one size above it, which was like, not quite Costco sized, but
Yeah, mine are Costco size. Yeah. There's probably 1,100 animal crackers in there. There's a whole zoo.
I was like, there's nothing complicated about these, but these taste so good right now.
Do you still eat body parts off of it in a time, or you just toss
I'm a
them
milk
all
guy.
in? Oh,
They all
okay.
get drowned humanely first, and then yeah.
And then
So that's one of my secret like pleasures, and I'll go and I'll get that, and then I'll get the fucking huge sack of chocolate chips that they have for baking
oh right.
and stuff, and I'll just have a little cup of those, and like a handful of animal crackers before I go to bed.
Huh.
So yeah,
Interesting combo there.
and
Not
those
bad.
cookies for months, man.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, and say, how often do you go through this?
it takes months.
3 days.
It takes
I know.
So, and it's interspersed with Oreo breaks from now on. Yeah, where it's
Right.
like, all right, I got Oreos in the house, we gotta eat them. So, yeah, actually, the last time I don't go to the grocery store, but
Right.
I swiped through it.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, I haven't had Chips Ahoy in ages. So let me give it some of them. They lasted a fucking day between my daughter and I.
Just regular
Just
blue
the regular
box
blue,
Chips Ahoy?
yeah. So I like the soft ones, but she doesn't. So
Well,
it's
blue ones are better with milk.
they're way better than milk.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, but if you have no milk,
Then the soft.
the chewy Chips Ahoy fucking kick his
100%,
ass.
yeah, if I don't have milk, I don't eat cookies. yeah.
Well, I mean, like the 2-pack grandma's cookie is actually
Those are
like soft enough to
amazing.
eat. Those were a vending machine staple.
Yeah.
For,
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
for years, you get two of them for what, like 50 cents? So
if that.
this was a long time ago, though, man. So
Oh yeah, I know. The the peanut butter ones are kind of whack.
so
I
all
don't
right,
hate 'em,
yeah. So the
but-
last time I ate grandma's cookies, I got kind of like sick of them because I found a box of them at Costco. And it was a variety for the vending machine thing. And I was like, oh, I'll eat all these. So and I was like, yeah, there's only a few oatmeal ones in there. They're ass, but I'll eat them.
Those are terrible.
So, yeah, but whatever. And then, and then after, like, tearing through all the double chunk fudge ones. So, like, immediately. And then it's like, all right, let me eat all the good ones. So, chocolate chip ones. And then the next ones were the oatmeal ones, which
Yeah.
you kind of power through. But then you take one bite out of a peanut butter one, and you're just like, I'm done. I can't.
Well,
can't do
the
this.
first one goes down pretty easy. It's like it tastes okay. You get it's just the diminishing returns on
Yeah.
those peanut butter cookies is hard and fast. And once you hit that tipping
Yeah.
point, it's not a slow decline. It's just I don't like to throw away food.
But I'm gonna. Yeah, no, those I have no problem throwing away food anymore, man.
I have no
Especially if
problem
it's
throwing
something
away
I'm just
food.
not gonna eat. So I learned my lesson at Costco so many times. It's like, oh, this fucking flaky salmon buttered thing is like looks really good. So I'll buy a pack of 24 rows and pop the first one. It's like this is garbage. So I've done that a couple times. It's like, yeah, I can eat 64 taquitos. So and then you get like 3 in, you're like, these
See,
suck.
they're not-
These
I
are
did
bad.
that one.
Yeah.
With like mini quesadillas.
Yeah.
And they just do not heat up right. Like, oh.
My wife did that with mini quiches. And she was like, oh, my mom likes quiche. And, used to make me quiche. And so I'll try some quiche. And she came home with like a fucking half metric ton of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she heated one up. She was like, these are gross. And I was like, it smells gross.
Yeah, that's rough too. Because if there's a quiche fanatic in this area, that would be me.
Yeah.
And there's only one store quiche that I've ever actually liked,
Mhm.
and they want like $9 for it.
Jeez.
It's like you might as well just go to the store.
Yeah.
Because if you go over to Wooglin's Deli, they'll make you quiche.
Yeah.
And it's the size of an actual pie. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of it you walk down the freezer aisle.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
And you're
going
like,
to turn
what
out
have I done
right.
here?
No.
Like, I mean, I also understand there's also some fucking trash that I'll eat if they had it. Like if I went in there and I came across the treasure trove of Micro Magic and Great Starts breakfast,
Oh.
I would like buy 2 armloads of those things.
What were the great starts
I don't
ones?
think they're going to taste as good.
Great
as-
Starts were so they were about this big. Okay, the package was about this
Was
big.
it green?
It was kind of a light blue,
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
okay. I don't remember.
and it would have this wad of frozen eggs in the center,
Oh, okay.
1 sausage link, and 1 hash brown.
Snicker, like giant Snicker bar.
Yeah.
That was
I
a hash brown?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it looks. I was gonna say it looks like a Cliff Bar or something like that. Yeah, something like
Potato
that.
Cliff Bar.
And I gotta tell you, I don't know what it was. It could have been the fact that there was enough like salt in it to mummify like all of
I
Egypt,
put a lot of salt.
and
on
we
it.
salted it too.
So, but they did not have a. It just accepted salt really well.
Dude, their pancakes were salty.
Pancakes were good.
They
Or
were
you
good,
get,
but
like
yeah, I'm
2
telling you.
slices of the paper thin bacon.
I loved that
Yeah.
bacon.
Oh.
It was fantastic. The bacon
Oh,
one is the
yeah,
one that
yeah,
had the
we never
home
got
fried
those.
potatoes, and the home fried potatoes in there were amazing.
So it's basically a breakfast TV dinner.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Only they were like the last I had one, like it's like 3 bites. Like they're so
Dude,
small.
right.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Right, it was bigger to a kid.
It was
A hungry
fine.
man, this is not. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, so McDonald's used to make this thing called the Big Breakfast.
They
Oh,
still
yeah,
have
they
it.
still have it.
Well, the last time I had it, I was like 9, so it was like big. Well, and then I got
Oh.
it like a few years ago, so I remembered it as being like this.
Oh, I still love it. Like that is what
You get the Big Breakfast.
Yo. I'll eat all of it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
If I'm actually up in time to get breakfast, I gotta get the MacGuffin. So
See, I'm big on those. I just haven't gotten it since for like 10 years. I just remember like I got it as a kid, and this thing was huge. It's like it was on a platter, and then the next time I got it, it was like, this isn't so big.
yeah,
Well-
the whole thing that it used to be like this case that you thought was like the size of an actual
Oh,
like,
yeah,
cooking tray,
yeah.
and you get it, and it's about the size of like this keyboard. No, not even.
But
So, yeah.
let me put it this way: the last time I got it, it was a king's ransom worth of styrofoam that it came
Yeah.
on. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it still comes in styrofoam too.
It does.
Yeah,
Does it?
it's one of the few things there that they still do in styrofoam.
No shit.
Well, I
I
don't
think
know.
the
about
last time I
Big
got it, it was in the
Breakfast.
plastic.
So the last time I got hotcakes, they were in the styrofoam still,
Mm.
and that was granted several years ago. But
Yeah, mine came
Um,
in the plastic, and then they even they'll put all the breakfast stuff in like a plastic container, and then they'll put the pancakes in a smaller thin, flat plastic container.
Oh no, I haven't
Oh,
seen that.
okay.
So that you can soak them in syrup and it doesn't necessarily
Get
have
on
to
your eggs.
demolish
Ew.
all
Yeah.
your stuff. Or you could choose to do it.
What is that thing? What is that sandwich with like the syrup bread?
McGriddle?
Maker griddles?
Do they still make those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those hit the spot sometimes, man.
I just they're okay, man. I thought Congress did something about those.
You mean besides subsidizing them?
Like you can't serve this.
I don't know. I had a slice of cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, and that was 1,600 calories.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Just the
What were you
one.
doing looking at that, man? Like you can't read that crap when you're on vacation. You just
Oh,
have
I
to
didn't care. I just was curious.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of calories.
There is so much fat in it.
And then I had to eat some of Mom and Nikki's because they couldn't finish theirs. So, like almost 2,000 calories.
You know, that-
just in cheesecake.
That does seem like something Mom would like, though.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
She, like all diabetics, is drawn to the sweet flame.
But yes,
Yeah.
even on the doctor's thing that I went, like they said, what are your concerns? She's like, I like the junk food.
That's what you wrote?
The doctor was just like, really? Just like, all right, yeah, that gets all of us. You're right. I was like, good job, Mom. That's totally being honest. So,
What's this? Okay, yeah, I like the junk food too, but this is like the animal cracker thing where you actually can moderate yourself.
Mhm.
I can't buy that many animal crackers. It's the same thing when I went to the Krispy Kreme. Like, I bought 6 of these things. I'm like, I have to make all these disappear now because, like, if I had a fresh supply of these things, I wouldn't be able to control myself.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Yeah, food's never been my siren. So yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
if I'm full, I'm full. So
yeah.
yeah.
Beer?
Huh?
What was?
Beer.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
it still is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We should have said you're drinking less of it, yeah?
Yeah, I hate it. I really do.
Well, that being said, I did. I Irished up my coffee this morning, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask you guys a question.
Oh no.
Does it count as me still being sober if they put alcohol in my Coke? I had one drink and put it away.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
My
Did
streak
you
can
order the
continue.
Coke that way?
No.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just like, oh, that's alcohol.
well,
like,
did your
whoa.
fucking like pupils dilate and you're
Oh, the questions went through my head. It was like, well, they gave me this one. I should probably just drink this one. And then I was like, no,
you're
no,
supposed to say
no, I
that. Hey,
done tossed it.
supposed to say, "Excuse me, sir, I can't have this."
Yeah, I flagged her down and I was like, my Coke has stuff in it.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I mean, like you're so like sober on that. Would you ever consider would you ever like consider at this point having just like a joint or anything like that, or is it just like, nah, I don't want anything?
Nah, I figured better not have
Right.
anything. I did have a dream last night where I did smoke heavily.
Yeah,
And I get that with drinking sometimes, so I just let that count.
do you? Okay.
I don't think I've ever dreamed about drinking.
Really?
Yeah, that's interesting.
You've never had a beer in your...
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
No, I haven't either.
I have had...
Hey, yeah, I smoked for 19 years. I never dreamed that I had a cigarette. either.
I do that all the time. All the time.
Yeah, I dream of being absolutely drunk sometimes. And then just waking up and being like, did I?
Did I fall off a wagon?
Did I drink? No. Did I? It was really real.
You gotta check. Yeah. it is. Calling people is like, okay, yeah, it felt real at the time, but I was here the whole time. In the dream, I was in.
Mm.
Was I in Florida? Kids, were we in Florida?
Word, you took us there for no reason. I was like, oh, that was a... I was drinking. So, no, that's how I get my fix. I just have good dreams. So, yeah,
that's
if
cool.
I can survive the temptation in Vegas, I think I'm good.
Yeah, because they'll hook you up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's everywhere. So,
Yeah. So Pat, we had a discussion the other day. I don't mean to Star Wars this up, but it
Oh,
was
God,
no, no,
please
no,
no.
no, 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 no. It's just something that was on my mind. Because we're picking on the end of that last that episode 3,
Mhm.
right? The part where you're like, this is so stupid, where she names the
should
kids.
have died. Yeah.
You know, in hindsight, I was like, you know what's even more dumb than that? It's like she had probably she didn't hesitate. She didn't think about what the names were, right? Which means she probably had that discussion with Anakin of so if it's a boy, if it's a girl, right?
I don't think so. They were separated.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no. They were separate. She gave them the names, right?
I understand.
Which means she and he probably talked about the names for the
No.
babies.
She and he were separated for most of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
no, I understand that. But I mean, still, there's got to be a phone call of
I don't know. They were kind of on the other sides of things there. So yeah, because weren't they trying to hide her from him?
Yes.
So I can't remember.
what?
I don't really care to go back
hide
and
her
watch it.
pregnancy?
Again. No, her in particular. Did he even know that she was pregnant
Yeah, at the beginning of the movie.
at the beginning?
And he does that thing, and she's like, oh, that's awesome, you know.
Here you go, fight wars.
She's
Yeah.
because that's what I need in my life.
Right.
Yeah, and
I'm really gonna put a damper on my career.
I was just thinking how much more sense it would have made if if they just had to cut the babies out, and it was Owen and Beru that had to name him Luke.
Yeah, but they weren't there either. So I guess
Well,
you could write him in
no,
there.
but you didn't name the kid, and you give this nameless child to these
Oh, so yeah, so the adopted parents actually.
Uh-huh.
Did. Okay.
And
that
so
makes sense.
when he gives the other one to Jimmy Smits, right? Then he's like,
It was Jimmy
you know,
Smits.
I have a grandmother named.
Leia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that would have worked.
There are a
Could've
lot of
pondered.
things that would have worked, so it just didn't happen, man. So
It just crossed my mind the other day. I
Oh,
just
okay.
wanted to bring it up.
She could have been thinking about names forever. I mean, it's a long time, so.
Well, all right. So women do that
Yeah,
sometimes.
well, actually, yeah, the parents do that, so.
but that's what I'm saying is she did tell him about the children.
But if the woman didn't have to veto his names, she's already got these names in her mind.
Oh, so you're saying that he had stupid names already picked out?
Probably.
So he's so if it's a boy,
X's and numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she probably would have already vetoed whatever he was coming up with and had her names in mind.
so she's got texts where he's Copernicus the Third,
Yeah.
and
And-
she's
and-
no.
She didn't even have to have his input right there and have a guy being like, no, that is unacceptable. It's just
Oh,
no, it's not.
she'd agree to it,
yeah.
but yeah, okay.
They might have agreed to other names, and she's just like, well, he's
She's like,
done.
fuck
So,
off. Yeah, it's
these are mine.
No, I'm naming this after my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
All
she
right.
had full power. So there wasn't any worry of checking in with hey, you are cool with this, right? Yeah, it was all her.
So what should have been Thrasher? And,
Yes. or whatever his favorite cartoon character was growing up.
Mixmaster.
So yeah, all those rando names
That
never
was
got
so
thrown
much
in there.
funnier. She's dying, and she's like, the boy, He-Man, and then.
And he always wanted he.
Yeah. She should have been Watto. That would be great. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
Yeah.
It's just that's the thought that
So since I was on vacation
yeah.
for the last week, is there anything that happened in the world that I was supposed to know about? Did I miss anything?
What's your definition of what should be known about?
Yeah.
Is there anything worthy? Or was it just another week of both sides just talking trash and
That's not just like any given week. That's just
life?
Yeah, that's a bug. That's a feature, not a bug. So,
Okay, so nothing major happened along the way.
well, they dropped new charges on Donald Trump.
Yeah.
In what
Arthur,
state?
Arthur testified.
In which state? Georgia?
It's in DC.
It's in DC.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
Fucking sham.
yeah.
For the January 6th
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And
This
then
is a shakedown. This is embarrassing.
it's not going to go anywhere. So,
This is fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
I cannot believe this.
oh no, I totally believe it, man. I mean, it makes perfect sense. You got a prosecutor out there who's trying to make a name for himself, and so he's got an easy target right now. So even if he gets everything tossed out next week, he'll go to appeals before it even hits trial, man. So, because it's so thin, and that guy will get off just fine. He's like, hey, I'm the guy who went after Donald Trump. Cool. So
In
Donald Trump
D.C. which
in
is
DC,
your
yeah. So
hero.
he's gonna get a job
Ridiculous.
somewhere. So, yeah. No, it's like the thing that there's four. They're so ridiculously. I mean, it's like a leap in logic on each one of them. So, but technically you can't charge him with that. But technically you charge a lot of people with that too. So,
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, instantaneously right off the bat, he's like, okay, this is selective prosecution. He's already trying to change the venue, which is brilliant. So, because it's like, okay, you get it outside of Washington, D.C. I mean, where are you going to take it in a country where you can get a jury of unbiased peers? It's like, you're going to find these guys, they're going to be on the fucking moon? So, you're not going to find them in America. So, yeah, so they'll go round and round about that, and
Oh
it'll
my
go
gosh.
away eventually, man. So, or he'll have a day in court and just be like, hey, man, so you can judge me on November 5th, man.
All right.
Meanwhile, the evidence is stacking. Just absolutely stacking about fucking current presidents.
Oh, in-
Oh,
Adventures in-
yeah.
it's
I
like-
think his son is fucked. I think they're going to get him. So, the
and it
question.
just ends at him.
So the question now, I won't end at him, but the question is, does Joe Biden take a bullet for his boy? So that's what I'm watching for. So yeah, does he take a bullet for his boy? I bet you he will. So
He's gonna admit culpability.
no, he'll duck out of the race. He ducks out of the race, then it's fucking over. Nobody gives a shit. So
Hmm.
yeah,
But he would just pardon him at the end of his term anyway.
yeah.
A president pardoning his own son.
Yeah. I don't think the framers thought of that.
Have lost your shit. That is
There is nothing that
that
would
is the
prevent him
most
from doing that.
disgraceful thing on the planet. Jesus Christ! And you know what? There's one person who, if that happens, like, would be pulling the last for hair
See,
out.
the thing is they would actually have to charge him and convict him before Joe Biden left office.
Right.
So yeah, there's probably not enough time to do that. So yeah,
Okay.
but
Regular news does not give a fuck.
no, they don't care.
They do not care.
Yeah, I was just watching regular news yesterday because tornadoes. So,
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
what, here?
yeah,
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 Black
we had three of
Forest.
them. So
3 of them.
yeah, we
Touch?
had two down south too.
Wow.
7-year-old stomping ground out there in Ellicott. So
Mm.
Fuck. I'm not in that place. Well, I don't want everybody to die, but there's plenty of things over there. If the tornadoes were like selective,
so
but
I mean,
they're just not.
like Ellicott is like Plinko game without spikes in it, man. I mean, there's not really that many. There's not that many things to hit out there.
No, there's not. There's not. And if you hit fucking City Hall, known as Fuel Bees, which is that gas station out there, the whole structure falls apart. You cut off the head of the snake, and the body will die.
Yeah. The foot of the clam.
The fucking cultural center, that stupid shithole.
I did see an MCU museum in Vegas. It was across
Yeah?
the street. And one part they have like they have like a light shine down that's got ants that make arrows that point where you're supposed to go, and as you walk into it, the ants disperse and then they come back and make.
Well, that sounds kind of cool.
It was pretty neat. Some of the stuff was cool. Some of it was pretty lame. And then we also went to the Madame Tussauds, and they have a whole bunch of Marvel
Oh yeah.
in
Yeah.
wax. And you could actually, like, Hulk's like breaking through the wall, and you can actually fit in the palm of his hand, like, and all this kind of stuff.
Well, that's
So
fun.
It's kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, scattering like ants. I was just like, oh yeah, I just watched them. It's good.
No, that's pretty cool.
I
So
don't think I've ever been to a wax museum.
I never had before either. Some of the, if they're legit the size,
Yeah.
like Dwayne, like The Rock, does not look monstrously big.
Oh,
Like I was just like, or same as
yeah.
God, who's the guy that plays Pitch Black?
Oh,
Vin
Vin Diesel, yeah.
Oh,
He
he's
was
not
not
that big a guy.
that big either. I was like, dude, really?
Well, if you'd have asked me right now, just said, like, without saying this, you said, how tall do you think Vin Diesel is? I'd be like, I don't know, 6'7".
And like takes up the screen. His
Right.
one bicep is like bigger than my head.
The same thing, like, I don't know. He looks, he was like, he said, like, well, how big's, like, Jason Momoa? I'd be like, oh, so, yeah, he's from, like, a race of giants.
Yeah.
He's-
9'6".
yeah. he, what's the word? No, it's not Little Pooshin. That's the other end. It's, Brobdingnagian.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Gulliver's Travels. Yeah, he's just a giant human being.
They did have one of Shaq, like dunking.
Now, Shaq, on the other hand,
Shaq
he was
is-
like
he was pretty
seven
big.
something,
7'2".
right?
Yeah, he's.
He was pretty, and he's stretched out like about like touching the rim, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Could he like, essentially dunk without jumping, or
his hand wasn't over
okay?
the rim, but like he could. It's like a couple inches away.
So maybe on his tippy toes.
Yeah. they had him on his tippy toes there. So
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
think
Okay.
he's got to just do a little bunny hop.
What did you think of the actual wax figures?
Some were so like The Rock looked like a real person. Like literally, like you could be like, "Hello," and touch him and be
Right.
like, "Are you real?" Like some of them were so real, like it was crazy.
I've seen their Hulk Hogan, and it was terrifying.
Does he have his head wrap on or off?
It was
Oh,
on.
gotta
of
be
course,
on,
it's gotta be
yeah.
on. So
Yeah, the eyes were just. Whoa.
Yeah, some are off, but some were just like, "Oh, this is wild!
Like
Like
badass,
how
yeah.
good you did this." But yeah, I usually don't go that far down on the strip and just hang out there.
I was gonna
So
say,
it's
how
like-
far? Oh, you mean from on your end,
Yeah, just being
on the
like,
north end? Yeah.
I usually stay in the lower end of Vegas.
What, like the Tropicana, the
Well, no, like Luxor down there,
Harrah's?
MGM's all down there, and Excalibur things like that. So,
Yeah, that's right. The last time you were there, you were at Excalibur. Yeah.
well, the kids would like Excalibur. That was the last time I was there.
Yeah.
We stopped there for one night.
Oh, did you? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you. No, because I remember you'd stayed there before.
We did. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've stayed in a whole bunch of them. So
Did you get down to Bally's? Did you go to the sports book or
What?
no?
bye. It's baseball.
Oh,
it is baseball, isn't it?
Baseball. So
you used to bet baseball.
I threw a little bit on baseball, but it was all dice.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. At Bally's had the fucking Sbarro like right next door. I went in there, I'd sit there and we were, doing sports and fucking eating that crap pizza. I was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah, I'd be cool to go there on a football Sunday again.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only done one of those, so
It's funny you mentioned Marvel. I had like 2 days ago. When did you? Oh no, because you were in Portland at the time. I was wondering if we were having some sort of like, I don't know, brotherhood, like mental mixed, like dream state, Jungian thing going on here, collective unconsciousness. I had a dream that I had like I like Elon Musked Marvel Enterprises. Like I had the
What?
money to just buy them outright.
No.
Whoa.
and I had to like call the editors to the mat and say like, you guys like, so tell me who made these decisions
There's a
and
lot
tell
of
me
them.
why.
Because they were just basically having stream of consciousness. Like there was no order for some of it. I don't even know if any of it's going to tie into things with how messed up they are
Did
right
you
now.
watch Secret Invasion?
I haven't finished it yet, but I'm watching.
What do you think?
So far, it's been pretty good, but I'm only halfway through.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen her get the super scroll powers,
Oh, okay.
so I don't know how that's going to be. But it's been interesting so far. It's been one of the better stream shows.
Yeah.
What's on?
Disney.
Oh, okay.
Why? You watched it, or you just seen the reviews?
No, I just heard people talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they talk good or bad?
Pretty badly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
it must bottom out coming up.
no. Well, you know, it's just, people like and dislike things for different reasons. So not to worry. I mean, it's the only thing that matters is if you like it. So
I've been pretty entertained with most things. She-Hulk was rough.
and you just kept watching it though.
I'm gonna watch them all.
Gotta complete the set, man.
Yeah, I am one of those.
Dude, I liked Highlander. I didn't like I didn't make it to like movie 5 because they got rough
There were 5 movies?
or something like that.
I
Yeah.
thought there were 3, yeah. I actually watched that the other day. So
The
first
show or
one.
the movie?
No,
Oh.
there's the movie. The first one. I forgot how much I don't like Christopher Lambert. So
But you don't watch it for Christopher
Y-
Lambert.
yeah, no, you watch it for the Gurgan, but
You it's a mix between him and Sean Connery. Yeah.
Yeah, but he dies
He
quickly.
does,
Yeah, a lot quicker than I remembered. So
Yeah,
yeah.
when I was watching it a while ago, I was like, isn't he in like 2/3 of this movie? It's
Nope.
like, no.
Nope, not even close.
Is it like
So-
Drew Barrymore and Scream?
And that's not that bad.
Okay.
It's kind
They'll
of like
open the movie with
yeah, no, it's not that bad. It's more like Steven Seagal and what is it, Broken Arrow or whatever that movie was.
Executive Decision, yeah.
Decision.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
I
get
haven't
about
seen
half of
Steven
it, half an
Seagal
hour
in
of
a
it.
movie, and
That's because he's hiding in Russia from everybody.
Does he owe money?
I'm sure he does.
I'm gonna say, if anybody in this world has like fucking lied on their taxes, I feel like it would be him.
Yeah, well, didn't Wesley Snipes actually go to jail for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did his time. Evidently, yeah, I heard a story about him. Like after he got out, first off, they said that he still looks like he looks like he's 35, right? But they also said that when he was at like a party,
what is he, like 60?
yeah,
it's
he's
getting
out there.
close, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's one of those things where it's like, why don't you just have him play Blade? Like everybody loves him. But yeah, they said when he was at the parties, like nobody would talk to him. It was sad. They were like, he was just like shuffled off to a corner, and people just like walked by him, like he did. I know.
Do like messing up your taxes?
I don't know, man. It was weird. They said there was like this bizarre energy around him.
Huh.
Like that sucks. Now I don't know. There could be. Dude, this is a Hollywood, so fucking. It wouldn't surprise me if every third person, was guilty of some indecency with a 12-year-old. So maybe there's more things going on than I thought. But
Yeah. I have no idea. I
yeah,
haven't seen a picture of him in forever.
one of fucking like Booty Chug's best friends just got mayor.
Booty
Just got-
Chug?
Yeah, Pete Booty Chug, one of his mayor buddies, super close, just got hit with 120 counts of child pornography.
Off you
Oh.
go.
So he just
bye-bye.
got 30 years.
Oh, that's going to be a rough 30 years, too, man.
Yeah. Oh, shucks.
yeah, darn.
I
Yeah.
even looked at the news. Is Jared Fogle still alive?
Oh.
Or did the sisters get to him?
I don't know.
Like a Josh.
Who did they beat the shit out of the other day?
Oh, right.
was that?
Oh,
The Nasser, the Olympic doctor.
yeah,
They stabbed the
Oh.
fuck out of him. That was a piece of news you missed.
Oh.
Yeah. They
We
finally
don't-
got to him, man.
We don't talk about just stabbings all that
Justice
often,
stabbings,
yeah.
yeah.
The bullets
Oh,
usually
He's
have
gonna
to
get
fly.
pin cushioned, yeah. Yeah, is Jared Fogle still alive, or did somebody?
I don't think so. Well, no, I don't think
Get to
anybody
him.
got him, but I know that he got his ass kicked.
Did he?
Several times. But that was a couple of years ago. He's still in, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a while, isn't it?
I don't know. I can't remember how long ago that was. So it was a while back. It was a long time
It
ago.
was a long
Yeah.
time.
I
There's a
saw
whole
the
documentary on Netflix about him. So, or maybe it was on Amazon. God, Amazon is so bad. Their TV is awful. So, man,
What were you looking for?
whatever. I just wanted to watch something. You know, it's like,
Do you watch the Jack Ryans?
no, I don't like John Krasinski that much. So, I'm sorry, man. He's Jim from The Office. So,
Exactly.
But he's cool.
yeah, but Jack Ryan is not Jim from The Office. Sorry, man.
Well, who is Jack Ryan?
Huh?
In your mind, who is the right Jack Ryan?
Honestly, the first guy did it best, Alec Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
you know, Harrison Ford was a bit of a reach. He just wanted to do it. So,
no, he was fine.
he was fine.
And then who they get? It was
Ben Affleck.
Affleck
Ben
did one.
Affleck,
Yeah.
that was the worst of all the movies. So
Which one did he do?
he did the one where they blew up Baltimore.
Yeah.
Was that Some All Fears? Or
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did they get anybody else?
They had Chris Pine,
Oh
He
yeah,
was?
yeah, he was
Shadow
Yeah.
Recruit.
Shadow Recruit or something like that.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I'm just not into Jack Ryan that much anymore. So, I mean, some of that old Tom Clancy stuff just doesn't hold up after 9/11. You know?
What do you mean?
Uh,
Are you saying that like his Cold War literature sort of? Has a different edge to it?
It's took on a little bit of a sheen there that you don't want to see on normal piece of lunch meat.
That is what I wanted to say about duck. Was
Oh, okay. It's not a sheen.
duck tastes like that turkey that's just, it's like Thanksgiving turkey,
Right.
but it's the dark meat,
Yeah.
and it's like 12 minutes before it goes slimy,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and it just has a whack flavor to it.
That-
It still tastes like fowl,
yeah.
but it's just it's got some kind of whack flavor to it.
It's not a good spin.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, there are people who's like, duck is the best thing I've ever eaten. Well, okay, so if you're, all right, so if you're going to, like, a taco place, right? Not necessarily the Bell or whatever, just, all right, and they're going to make you a taco, and they're going to give you a choice, right? They say, do you want chicken, beef, or pork? What do you want in that taco or burrito, however where you want to take it? You got those three meat choices. Which one do you go for?
So like ground beef,
Think more like
or the steak chunks, like
Shredded beef.
shredded
Okay.
beef,
Always
or
shredded
you could
beef.
do like the chunks, basically like the asada style. Same thing that like you might do with the shredded would be like the carnitas.
carnitas is good.
If you have to choose between those three meats in your burrito, which one are you taking?
Probably for me, chicken.
Chicken. Okay.
Oh, beef every time.
Beef every
I
time.
Every
usually
time.
season the chicken really good.
Okay. Okay. I was told that only an unsophisticated palate doesn't choose pork.
Okay. Guilty.
Like pork, just chunks of pork.
Like usually it's going to be done in like the shredded sort of like carnitas.
Oh,
Yeah,
style.
like pulled
okay,
pork or
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
shredded or like I mean, sometimes you get it where it's cubed. So
I've never chosen.
I like pork. It's just salty chicken though, man. So that's why I like beef.
Well, see, I would go for beef too, but the argument they say that pork is the most flavorful of meats. I just don't necessarily find that to be true.
I mean,
I mean, chicken is clearly the least. The chicken it takes what you put into it.
There's a reason why they invented Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah.
So,
But you're gonna do something with it. You're gonna make this kind of chicken because
Sure.
chicken's bland by nature, right?
It's just protein. So,
Well,
I mean, as far as
so it's human meat.
I
guess.
get that, but I mean, it accepts any other flavor that you put on it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's like soybeans.
It's like a mushroom. It takes a little.
Bingo.
Yeah, it gives a little,
Yeah.
but takes in a lot more, right? But beef, on the other hand, I think has a better flavor
Than pork.
than pork.
Yeah, I agree.
The steak
Generally
chunks I
speaking.
like more.
Oh, no,
ground
man.
beef or the shredded beef.
See,
that's not...
now that's the thing. Like if you're making like a Taco Bell taco, right?
Mhm.
That's a different kind of beef, right? That's that.
It's half sawdust.
I love it. Don't
Like
get me
quarter
wrong, I
horse.
fucking love it. Yeah, yeah. It's just
That actually happened.
Oh, yeah, no.
a lot of caterpillar in
A
here.
lot of caterpillar.
Yeah, a little bit tangy.
Yeah, a little pokey.
Yo, okay. Speaking of pokey, okay.
Oh, where is
My
it?
nightmare scenario, the fucking conworms, right?
Oh, what?
What?
Oh,
Conworms?
God. Okay,
The
so
fuck is a conworm?
from Wrath of Khan.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
All right, check this out. So,
Jeez, that was a long time. Okay. Yeah, it's been ages since I've seen that.
well, don't. All right, so you have the image, right? So,
yeah.
I'm about to take her out, like 2:30 in the morning,
Mhm.
right? And so I'm in the garage. I put her in the car. I'm gonna take her out to the park. And so I have my over the ear, headphones,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna walk her around and do some stuff. Okay. Put on my headphones.
Oh
right?
god, just spider in there.
No,
Conworm?
an earwig.
Oh, no.
Oh no! If it goes
Oh,
in, man,
you're
it's gonna be pointy.
old.
Yeah, hitting you
Wait.
with the pointy end.
Did you see it or did you put it on and feel something?
I put it on and felt something.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Oh, that would.
Oh my god. I hate bugs and I hate those things the worst.
Those are
And know that you're feeding it right to your ear?
Yeah.
Oh.
It freaked me the fuck out.
It probably already had babies in there.
yeah, remember that.
Shit, yeah, so according to
As soon as they find an ear, it's just like.
as
Be
far as
careful the next time you pick your nose.
as far as the movie goes, I'm going to be really it's a suggestion for the next few days that I will die. So
Oh.
maybe one of you guys gives me a call in a couple days. If I don't answer,
That's pretty bad.
somebody
That
come
one's
get my
pretty bad.
dog.
Yeah.
Oh, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt it like something actually felt like it kind of like pinched my earlobe a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took it off and I just.
I caught a widow spider in my bathroom yesterday. So-
Whoa.
Did you?
Yeah, I've caught them in my house before, so they're not uncommon here, man. So I guarantee you have some in your house. So yeah, it's all right.
I've only
It
ever
may or not
seen
be
one.
more than 8 feet away. So-
Oh, like the
like,
rats.
Yeah, like the rats in New York City. But
Yeah.
anyway,
They're more than a foot from one.
and usually like earwigs are one of the bugs that I'll make an exception for.
Oh, you'll
then-
stomp the shit out of it.
I stomp the fuck out of it. And then widow spiders are the other ones, of course. You
Yeah.
know, because they're really tame. So, but they like to hide in places where you stick your feet or something, you know,
Oh.
or yeah. Like I have a pair of gardening gloves in my garage. I always have to shake them out because I found like some of them in there. I stick my hand in it. That's when they bite you. So, but I'll like all the other bugs. If there's a moth in my house, it doesn't get murdered by my cats. So I'll try and let it out. If I catch any of those brown spiders, I'll let them out. So
Oh, just the house spider.
just like the normal house spiders or
Yeah.
anything like that. I mean, I've caught a lot of things in my house over the years, but like widow spiders and earwigs are the two exceptions. I'll even let centipedes out of my house. So, you know, if I can find them.
I just don't bother with them. It's just like, all right, go where you're going.
Yeah.
I never see them again
Mhm.
until I do. And most of the time, it's just, they show up like on the carpet somewhere, just like dead.
Oh, yeah.
I just find that like shell of theirs. It's like,
Oh, yeah. The curlicue carapace
like,
or whatever it is. Yeah.
where'd you die?
Well, actually, I think that's them shedding them, isn't it?
Is that it?
I think so. Yeah.
Gross.
Because I find those in my window well. So,
yeah, you can find them every now and then. At Moz in the weave.
Well, you've got you've got the flak cannon.
It's the thing that's actually opened me up to wanting to purchase a real firearm.
Don't practice with your 22 around your house, Joe.
You have the right tool for the right job. Yes.
I was watching GunTube today, so when I got up, and I saw this guy who made a belt-fed 22 automatic rifle.
That sounds so cool.
It looked way fun to shoot. Yeah. So he was just basically, carving spirals on the fucking
Sure,
target.
yeah.
So
Dang. That is pretty cool.
it's like I kind of want a machine gun license.
Well, would you want just to buy that, or would you want to have built that?
No, I'll
yourself?
buy it. I don't trust myself with things that require any form of precision engineering. So
What's the most precise thing that you do for yourself and trust?
maybe IKEA furniture? I don't know.
So no home gunsmithing.
No.
Okay.
Dude, I had a buddy who did that once. Made himself his own fucking AR so it wouldn't be on the list. I was like, you gonna go test fire that thing, man? You better put in a fucking tire first and then pull the string, man.
Did he?
I don't know.
Okay.
So he's not dead, so.
He
But
does have a prosthetic hand.
I was gonna say, like, did you check his fingers? Do they all move?
I haven't seen him a little bit, but I assume that it worked out. But
Do they wobble with a breeze?
yeah.
Does it make that like metal sound?
Yeah, no. So, but no, I would have machined my own guns. So,
Would you, from a hunk of wood, would you make your own shelving and hang it?
my own maybe depends on what I'm putting on it. So,
I made
a
Rosie's home.
bassinet. You made.
I made Rosie's home, so.
Oh, I was thinking of your dog first. I was like, wow, and then I was like, no, but that was like tubes.
She's got the tri-level apartment thing.
who is Rosie?
My guinea pig?
Oh, okay.
She's got a tri-level house.
Right,
Mm.
right.
Is in
So,
a good neighborhood.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
HOA fees aren't too expensive.
She loves it. She won't even leave her house, so.
That is the most timid animal I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it really is.
That is a stilted lifestyle, man.
Cats both have stilted lifestyles.
Yeah, but your cats have attitude.
They sure as shit do. Both of them. Yesterday, we had my daughter's birthday party.
Oh,
How did the water fight go?
Oh, the water fight was epic. It took place exactly half an hour after, like, fucking golf-sized hail dropped on my house.
Oh, yeah, you guys didn't have really good weather for
We got, well, it was like,
gunfights.
no, the half an hour after the storm was gone, it was hot. So,
oh,
yeah.
and then it just makes it.
It was humid. So,
Yeah.
well,
It's
that was
fine if you're
fun.
having a
Yeah,
water fight,
it's
yeah.
fine if you're having a water fight. But yeah, I saw the biggest hail that I have seen in years yesterday. So I don't know. Did you get any out east?
I didn't get out back to the house till like 8:30.
I'll have to show you some pictures, man. These are golf ball size. So I have not seen hail that big in a long time.
Are you getting a new roof?
Hopefully.
Not a piece of ice was over here.
You, really?
Not.
You're like a
fleck.
fucking half a mile from me, man.
Well,
That's
the
weird.
one that I had to replace my roof on, you didn't get either.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Now, granted, that was also exacerbated by a tree.
Yeah, no trees
But when they
fell.
looked at it, it's like, yo, man, these shingles are fucked up. Right?
I didn't even ask anybody. I don't know what we got out there.
Yeah, I don't know. We sure as shit got it though. I guarantee it'll be a couple days, and then the roof guys will start coming around our neighborhood.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
knocking on
fucking
doors.
vultures.
Fucking vultures. Yeah.
Well, if you do get pummeled by hail that big, it's like, yeah, I got a use for you. Go up and
I get it, but no, it's just this wandering band of, just nomadic opportunists. The same dude is like, oh, there's an emergency, let's buy up all the generators.
Oh yeah, let's buy all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
yeah.
sure they are all probably clapping. They're like, look at the hail.
And look, hey, somebody got to do it. So, I get it. It's like, I don't think you're praying for, like, hurricanes or anything, but you're just work's got to be done.
But that ends. They probably own homes too, and everybody's home insurance is just going bonkers.
Oh, it's going bananas.
Why?
It's like in California
All
and
these
Florida.
they're getting nonstop complaint. People filing claims
For what?
for
all kinds of
hail,
shit,
for
yeah.
fires, for this. Like,
Wait, who was it that was telling me about like insurance in California? Like they're not covering
A lot of things.
certain things.
Same thing in Florida. You can't get flood insurance in Florida
Yeah.
anymore. You can't
I
even
think there's-
buy supplemental flood insurance.
I think
So-
there's one company that does.
Yeah, they're gonna go out of business.
They're gonna get everybody.
Yeah. So-
Well, you take everybody, but you charge them a lot.
Well, exactly, and that's what it's turning into. Like California, I think this was a couple of months ago, but State Farm pulled out of there. They said,
See,
we're
I
not,
think it was you that was telling me about that, but maybe you were too. You seem to
I
know
didn't say
about it, but
I think State Farm was the only one that still covers Florida's flood insurance.
maybe.
Maybe they're like, screw California, we're going to Florida.
Well, and they weren't going to screw their current policy holders. It was
Right.
just we're not going to underwrite any new ones. And so
that must have been you. I think you
Okay.
told me about that. Yeah.
yeah. And then it's been replicated in a couple other places by other companies. So they're just like, no, we're not going to cover this shit anymore, man. So we've had this many events over the last 10 years. And it's not necessarily that the number of events are increasing. It's the price to fix things has gotten so expensive. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
I get it.
so it's not like, oh my God, global warming. It's more like, oh my God, fucking let more Mexicans in so we can have some more roofers. So,
Hey, man, I came up with an elegant solution for it. You signed off on it, so
I like your solution.
Yeah.
What was it? Was
Oh.
this covered in the last show?
got a few shows ago where it was just like, all right, well, how do you make the determination for, immigration quotas? It's like, all right, you take the,
Rate of inflation. And
oh no, it was a replacement rate.
Yeah.
Add, what did we say? It was like,
Like 1%.
yeah, like,
Yeah, so the country would still grow.
yeah. So if people aren't having babies, and you say like, okay, well, then we need this many people in.
Oh,
That's your
okay.
quota.
Gotcha.
Huh? Now I also, oh yeah, go
I
ahead.
saw this whole thing. I didn't really go into it in great detail the other day, but it was all about. So they're kind of bitching about the U.S. immigration system, the H-1B visa.
What about
So, well, I don't really know, kind of where this guy was coming from, but he did show this really interesting chart
Okay.
that showed like all the patent holders in countries, various countries, all right, and where they chose to immigrate to. Okay, and so you have like China, which is a big deficit. They all leave. Same thing with India, like a lot of other countries, And then it started getting into some of the European ones, which are kind of flatlined. So but even they were a little bit low, So meaning that they were not bringing in more people who held patents than those who were emigrating on a given year.
Mm.
And then at the end, there's this like line that hits the top of the page, okay, of where they go to, and it's all here. So they're kind of like comparing this to the Canadian system. It says, well, here's what happens in Canada. It's a lot easier if you're a highly skilled worker and stuff like that. You can go to that country and yada yada yada, and you can get citizenship fairly quickly. It might take you 25 years to do it in the United States. Okay, but you're gonna make about a third of what you would. And so everybody just like, if you actually do invent something fucking cool, so you wait in line, you get your documents on order, and you eventually you just go and you make an absolute shitload more money. There was another interesting thing on that. They were actually talking about, like Europeans talking about, oh, we have free healthcare and blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And
I was just gonna bring something about this. Yeah.
okay, but all right, I'll let you do it.
No.
But
Go ahead. Let me see if
So-
it supplements what you're saying.
This guy, and I hadn't seen this guy on YouTube before, but he's got kind of a witty sense of humor about it. And so he's like, all right, so why does everybody want to go to the United States? It's because, yeah, even though, your healthcare is a lot more expensive and taxes are, sometimes higher. So depending on how rich you are and stuff like that. And yes, you got to live in the suburbs, and no, there's no fucking trains, and all this stuff. It's like you're gonna take home a lot more of your pay in the United States. I mean, a lot more.
Yeah.
And so to illustrate this, a starting manager at Buc-ee's makes more than the Prime Minister of Portugal. So, yeah.
Whoa!
He was pulling
Oh,
up salary data on individuals in European
Yeah.
high like positions and stuff. And
Joe!
yeah, so if you start out as an assistant, I mean, Bucky's is fucking huge. Okay, so I mean, it's like a Walmart. So you know,
Well, okay, yeah, but
I mean, it does so much business. It's a Walmart with a humongous gas station next to it. So,
Where's
like-
Bucky's?
oh, they're all in
Texas,
Texas,
yeah.
down
Oh,
the
okay.
south. We're going to see them here eventually. I guarantee it. So, it's such a Colorado thing to do.
it's a new gas station.
Yeah, that's the gas station.
no,
They'll bulldoze all the old ones. Yes,
Hey, dude, we became come and go fucking territory overnight.
overnight.
Yeah.
And
So-
Mavericks.
and Mavericks now.
Where's
Yeah.
Mavericks?
They're on the
They're,
interstate.
they're everywhere.
Oh, they're in your area, aren't they? Yeah, I passed by a Maverick
there's
station.
Maverick
Yeah, that's right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's one near the movie theater, I think.
they're on the interstate now too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what's your healthcare thing? Or
Well, so this sort of supplements what you're talking about here too, but this goes to Canada, right? Where they talked about how much for being free, they talked about how much the healthcare system costs a family in Canada.
It's a lot.
$17,000 a year.
Yeah, it's a lot.
out of their checks?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
See, and that's the bad thing, man. If your paycheck that you take home is small, you're not gonna want to go spend it. Like you're like,
Well, I get when people take a look. You're not wrong to look at the American system and say, like, is there some fudging going on where it's like somebody's
Oh,
getting
yeah.
ripped
Yeah.
off
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever? It's like, you know what? That's fine. Find the den of this, find this den of cockroaches where this is coming from, and stamp it out, right?
Yeah.
But the monolithic systems that they have seem just like rife with complete inefficiency, because there was the question was like, well, is it better service? And the answer is uniformly no.
Yeah. Well, we have an equivalent system here in the United States called the VA.
Yeah.
I have never heard someone say anything nice about the VA. So, but you know, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So I was even talking to one of my buddies the other day, and he was just like, "Yep, gotta go back into the VA." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Well, I had a follow-up appointment. If I don't get this one in, then I won't get another one for a year." I was like, "What?" So yeah.
oh,
And they were talking about just the like what it takes to get a specialist, and that's where they're talking about like all these places with these systems are all trying to find ways like, yes, but can we also have like a
pay to play.
pay option? Like,
Yeah,
where
exactly. Yes.
It's like, well, then what's the point of this shit? Like, then you're ultimately doing what we're doing. You have a bottom option, right? It's like, okay, can't get this anywhere else, or you actually get it cheaper from the government than your company. It's like, get it,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's something that actually made a difference, like a big difference, right? There were people that were uninsured for shit. I was, like that for a while. Like, it's like, and I bought the government crap, right? It's like, okay, that's fine. So if, I don't know, I collapse in the woods. I have no idea if the earwing actually started eating my brain like a few months ago, then I had somewhere to go instead of just, well, take me to the emergency room. They're gonna charge like $50,000. I won't pay it. That's life goes on.
Yeah.
Right. Instead, I actually, it's like I go to the doctor now. I just went to the eye doctor and met with my people and all this other stuff. Right. I'm like, but there's still that bottom option for people. That's like all you're doing, but it costs like $17,000
Yeah, that
off the
sucks.
bat.
Well, yeah, I don't even know if that's a payroll tax. Like here, your Medicaid costs you dick. So, or your Medicare. I mean, if you look at because they cap out how much they can take out of your check for both that and Social Security. So yeah, it's
Oh,
capped.
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
it's capped.
Yep.
So, and all you have to do is like age in order to qualify for it. So
Which is cool. You
Yeah.
know what? I don't mind that. That makes
no, you
sense.
earned it. So yeah, and it's something that's promised to you. You're entitled to it. That's why I don't like it when people entitlement reform. It's like fucking stop calling it that, man. So stop being dicks about it. So because I know that's not what you mean by that when you're saying
then
that.
call it what.
Yeah.
Pick on the thing that you want to pick on.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So
And what are the big things that need redressing in that cause anyway?
Social Security, the age limit needs to be raised. So if you raise the age limit, I think they said to mandatory 67, it fixes it. So that's
Is
2
that-
extra
Yeah,
years,
that's not.
and everybody's gonna live that long fucking anyway.
I was gonna say like
Yeah.
that seems like that's like my immigration data is like how long do people live?
Yeah.
All right, so that's fine. So
Medicare, they do need to start charging people more for it. So that'll fix it too. So it needs to be more expensive. It's too cheap compared to what it's got. All kinds of fucking things that have fucked up the market. Turn to that, now you have a lot of doctors out there who refuse to participate in Medicare, so because it's a pain in the ass to bill. So
that sucks.
well, I mean, they do it if there's more money in the system. So and I mean, you and I wouldn't feel it that much. I mean, you're talking about a payroll tax, and so if you make $1,000 on a paycheck, you're seeing maybe like $6 go to Medicare on that, and so yeah, just double it. That's fine. So it's not that big of a fucking deal. So that fixes the system, and then people can stop bitching about it. They could even lower it. So that's another thing that I read about a long time ago. I think I talked to you about this. If you actually lower Medicare to 55, you eliminate almost all the bankruptcies due to medical bills in the United States. So because those are the people who go bankrupt, the people who are close to the end, can't keep working, they get fucked because they can't get Medicare until they're 65.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Social Security and then lower Medicare.
yeah. Well, your employers would love that. They'd be like,
Wow.
55, you're off our plan. Boom.
It's not far away.
Yeah.
What a dreadful thought.
Yeah, cross
it'll be
that
fine.
bridge.
Not
when
that
we
you
get
guys look. You guys don't even look like you're even like remotely cresting that area.
there. It's a crest. It's there.
It's a big 5-0, man.
Yeah,
It's not that far away.
You guys do not even remotely look like you're getting to 50.
I don't feel like it. I mean, there's certain mornings getting up. It's kind of like, oh,
Well, yeah.
I don't really have those bad mornings.
yeah, you're lucky.
Unless it's a creep net or something like that.
It's my shoulder, man. And I have to take care of it. And I do. But yeah, there's times like, oh my God. But that's a different kind of like, well, I did this from being active. It's not one of those, what was the stress on you? It's like, well, I sat too long.
Well, a bunch of the guys from work were like in the military and stuff before.
Oh,
And
okay.
they're like, oh yeah, my spine, my knee,
Oh, yeah,
my,
they're all wrecked.
my
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
my that. It's like, Jesus Christ, you're 30.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the
A lot
hell?
of people come out there just wrecked.
I didn't know a single guy who didn't come out with some kind of injury, even if it was small.
You know what's funny is we worked with all those guys from the Vietnam era, and they didn't complain about any of that shit. That's because I don't think back then they made them run that much.
I don't know about
I don't know,
that.
yeah, but it seems crazy now because he was like, "You ran how much? Why?" So
Yeah, they really
yeah.
do.
Just like, oh, it's good conditioning, good training, and stuff like that. It's bad for your knees, man. I mean, we're not talking about running around the track or running around the park. Okay? We're talking about running up mountains and shit.
Well, the thing that gets me on that is like, don't they do a lot of it in those goddamn boots?
Well, they do that, or they do it with full
Boots
kit.
with a backpack on. With,
Well, this is the thing is like, well, if you want them to run, it's like give them sneakers, right?
they gotta get
I
you
don't
stuff that
think
you're
that's the
gonna,
idea.
I know,
you're gonna
but
wear while you're out there.
I get that. And
Oh,
you can-
just for your conditioning. Just,
right, and you can also do something where you run less in those boots.
Right.
Well, they do that in their conditioning. They wear PT and there's sneakers. And
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. So, but then, yeah, there are times, where it's like, nope.
And you march
So,
and
yep,
stuff like
full
that.
battle
yeah,
rattle. Here
yeah.
we go. So, yeah.
full pads.
Yeah.
Full pads.
I'm in football season.
football
so,
season is.
I'm here.
So didn't a couple of like preseason games start?
Yeah, they had like the Hall of Fame game and stuff.
Yeah, is that I forget? Is that like a worthless game? I don't remember.
They're
what
all
it is.
worthless.
Well,
They're
yeah.
pre-season for.
What happened to Coach Prime?
Oh, he's got some sort of like blood disorder or
Did
something.
they chop his foot off?
I think it was just some toes.
Oh, okay.
I think they didn't have to cut his foot off this time.
Okay.
But it was close.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some
Yeah.
sort of blood clotting thing or something, and it clots, and then parts of it doesn't get circulation, and so he already lost toes on one foot, and he lost toes on another foot now. So
These are from blood clots?
something like that.
Those are
I
fucking
think.
dangerous. Man.
Yeah.
So. That's how you get
I
stroke.
don't think he has sickle cell. I don't think it's that. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
something else that he's just got poor circulation for parts, and then it just doesn't go there, and so yeah. Initially they were like, yeah, you're gonna have to lose your foot.
Well, y'all saw that LeBron's kid.
Had a heart something.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened? No, I didn't see that.
He like collapsed on the court.
He actually had like a heart attack.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
18.
Ugh.
Yeah, when that. Okay, so like I started a shitstorm with that on X.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh, no,
What did
Jeff.
you do?
Oh no, it's so again, so the
All right, no, hold on. What was the initial?
Yeah, what was the
The initial? Is it tweet still then?
they call them posts now.
Oh, they got rid of tweet. You guys said they weren't going to do that.
I didn't think they would, but when you go on there, you post and repost.
You're not tweeting reads? Oh, wow.
Okay, so
It's-
what was your post?
Oh, what I said. Well, so after that, so it was just on the article that said that he had a heart attack. I just said like, it must be his extremely sedentary lifestyle, old age, or fatty diet that caused him to have a heart attack. There's no other possibility, right?
Okay.
So that was like anti-vaxxer, fucking like tinfoil.
Yeah, I
hat
can see how people would go that direction right away.
shit. Well, that was the point.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, that's yeah.
I mean, that's like
Purpose.
that's where you put the cheese underneath the box with the fucking stick. So
Yeah.
and it's got the like you can see where the string goes around the corner. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, if you're too subtle about it, nobody bites.
Okay.
You can't be that obvious about it, but you have to walk like right in the middle where somebody would be like, this guy believes this.
Right.
Now, do I?
Just get a little sign. This is free bird seed.
It is. Yeah, fucking, this is me like literally like painting the tunnel on the wall and shit.
It's probably one
like,
of the best animated gigs ever.
yeah. I got a whole like laundry room full of like Acme shit.
Right.
No, and yeah, so people went off on this, and look, obviously, to me, I think there's something that merits investigation. I don't think this is coincidental. There's way too many young people with heart problems.
Well, that's the biggest name. And he's in California. They all had to get vaxxed.
Did he die?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, that's good.
No,
So
but somebody in the NFL just.
Oh, Hamlin? Yeah, he did that last year. But I don't think... I don't know 100% if he was vaxxed.
If he was in the NFL, I guarantee you he was.
No, there were
quite a few that
There
Like
were
Rodgers was.
Roger. There was
That
about
guy.
5 to 10% on each team
Yeah.
because they would have to follow different rules in the clubhouse, and you would have to sit out.
I'm pretty sure
longer.
he was though.
I can't remember for sure. I don't know if he declared that he was or not.
I think that was one of the things that came out was that he was. But yeah, Rodgers was kind of like, well, so he's like, I eat witch hazel and I prayed to Krom and so I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. That was some bullshit because he came out with some like holistic crap and said like, well, I don't need to take it.
Rogers beats by his own drum, man.
Yeah,
I
he's-
like that
yeah,
actually.
he is out
It's
I'm not a big fan of his.
I know you don't like him. There's a certain amount of psychopathy that I appreciate in my athletes. Not when it comes to like caving in the orbital sockets of their girlfriends, but in
But if you want to do your own kookiness,
Yeah.
there's
so
a
weird.
certain weirdness like, oh, this dude blew off a whole bunch of fingers with firecrackers. I'm like, all right, is what it is. You can still play, cool.
Wait, weren't you against Ronnie Lott?
That was with a firecracker. Ronnie Lott did that in the game. And they said, we can save your finger. You just have to come with us. He said, no, I want to play. Cut it off.
Yeah, isn't that the same kookiness that you're kind of describing there?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think it's in the same boat.
Losing digits and yeah, on purpose is. I also see the similarities here.
Because the one act, look, I've said it before. As children, people are dumb. We should have like blown our own faces off.
At least a couple.
If we would have succeeded in doing anything we were actually trying to do.
Right.
Yes.
But we're not little scientists, but we did have the equipment. But if you're sitting there, if you blew off fingers because you were playing with fireworks, right? Like, all right, at least I can understand it. It's dumb, but it's just the same kind of mistake that everybody would make, you know, like if you're kind of like juvenile, which a lot of these guys are.
Well, it wasn't like he did it for a preseason game.
No, it was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He should have had to sit out. He should have been
Ah,
institutionalized.
Totally disagree.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is probably a couple incidents away from being institutionalized. So
You think so?
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
it's
I
no
don't know what to
problem,
make of him, but yeah, sometimes he and like I mean everybody that I know that's big into Packer Nation has completely abandoned him.
Well, yeah,
So,
he sucked in the playoffs.
bingo.
If
Yeah.
he was good in the playoffs, they would have been like signing up for his next class.
He has a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that's a long time
It was a
ago.
long time ago.
And he had a lot of number one seeds.
Oh, from
He
that
did, yeah.
division. Yeah, well.
Yeah, and to not go back, yeah. Yeah, if he had been racking up Super Bowl wins, people would have been signing up for the Aaron Rodgers Dark Retreat.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Dark retreat.
Get all the
What he
witches
does, he
can.
goes and
Yeah.
like sits in the dark for 3 days or something.
Oh, does he do like that bullshit like Joe Rogan, like sensory deprivation tank?
He,
Probably.
he does all sorts of stuff. So
He was
did-
actually on Rogan once.
Oh,
I think
was
they
he?
talked
Nice.
about that. Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all.
So I don't know.
I could see him and Joe Rogan being good pals.
Oh, possibly. I don't know. He doesn't really have that many guys like that on there. So like football players. There's been a few. I mean, he's all the MMA guys.
Right.
So yeah.
That's more of his crowd, but
Yeah.
I mean, like unless Rogers is Rogers into hunting,
I don't know.
that would be something those guys would talk about for 5 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like,
I
you
don't
like
know if
hunting?
that-
Do a little bow hunting.
A little bow hunting? Yes.
So I do.
Does he like sensory deprivation tanks? Yeah.
It's just like so.
How about ice baths?
It's like I own a house, you know, on the New Mexico border. I mean, if that's bow hunting.
How do you feel about
Oh.
DMT?
Oh. Interesting. Okay. All right.
It's like, please tell me you're shooting animals. It's like, no.
They're animals.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't consider them human. If that's what you meant. I don't know this about Rogers. Look, wasn't he and he dates a lot of like famous people too, right?
Yeah.
Briefly. Very briefly.
Well, he almost got married to the Woodley girl, whatever.
Oh,
And
that's
she's
right,
a
yeah.
Boulderite.
What?
Yeah, Shaylee Woodley,
Yeah.
something like that.
This was a little while ago.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Yeah.
And she was like, I think she lives in Boulder
Really?
Or she was from there.
or something.
Yeah.
So they were seen like, I know that they saw him in Boulder at one point, and they said, yeah, she's either she lives in Boulder or she hangs out in Boulder a lot.
Or has a house there or something.
It's her type of people.
Yeah, I haven't been to Boulder in a long time.
I think you're okay.
I don't know, man. I think.
Oh, you want to try?
Yeah. You want to try? Check it out. I mean, I basically lived there for
That
what,
is
2
true.
years. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's true.
yeah, I was right
that's
on the border. Right next to the People's Republic of.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, he's weird, but I mean, not so weird that people are like, this guy's, you know, I can't.
Oh, over there. He's weird.
Yeah, but he's not like fucking like Gary Busey weird. He's not like.
Nobody's Gary Busey weird. It's an impossible standard.
Well, I'm trying to say, like, I'm like trying to come up with like celebrity type people that would be on the weird scale that girls would avoid because
Okay, Gary Busey, I could beat that.
Yeah.
That would be Jake Busey.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so,
Oh,
man.
okay.
So,
I don't know. He's in New York now, so he's got his hair all cut and all that kind of stuff now. I don't know if he's trying to fit in or he realized how shaggy and horrendous he looked and like old, like his face looked like it was sinking in.
Really?
Oh yeah, last year he looked
Yeah,
he looked rough.
he's getting a little Wolfman going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
His hair was all over the place.
Yeah. He looked like he needed a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, you know he did, but it's like there's some of the filters just not come off with one, kind of thing. I don't know, man. So I've always been, fairly neutral on him, but then, yeah, I mean, just watching him at press conferences sometimes, it's like, man, this guy is a little weird. So
And now he's got beefs with the Broncos.
Why?
Oh, because Sean Payton went out and ripped Hackett to shreds.
Wait, who's Hackett?
The coach from last year, and he's
Oh.
now the offensive coordinator of the Jets, and he's best pals with
Oh.
Rodgers and all this kind of stuff. And
Well, that's a
Rodgers
pretty
is-
weak beef.
Rodgers is like, you don't talk about my guy, blah, blah, blah. And so now the rumor is they're gonna have the Jets Broncos game be the Sunday night game. like, week
I heard
5,
that too. Yeah.
Oh,
so that they can play this all.
all right, fair enough. But I mean, that's a pretty weak beef. Is like, oh, this coach said something about this coach. Like,
Supposedly Hackett and Rodgers are like best.
oh,
best.
are they? They're that close?
So
Okay.
that's supposedly why the Broncos hired Hackett, not
Was
because
to
of
bring-
his football
yeah.
skills, but they were using him to bring in Rodgers.
Okay.
And then they brought him.
Oops.
Yeah, they couldn't get Rodgers, and so now they're like, I don't really
Didn't
want
work
you
out.
here. You were supposed to do this part, and you failed.
What's the Simpsons thing? Is like, I need a motorized tie rack,
Oh yeah.
or the motor for the tie rack.
Motor for
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, he shredded him. Like,
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know they were that close. All right. Well, that's different. You might as well be like talking shit about family. It would be like,
it's kind of what it was, yeah. Hackett just like goof off and just hangs out with the guys and stuff. And
oh, fuck you then.
Yeah,
All right. Well, that's
he's a
Yeah.
terrible.
who you think you are, man. Who's that dude I'm always picking on? It's Pete Carroll. That's right.
Oh,
Like,
Pete Carroll.
like-
Yeah.
Oh no, everybody tried their best. That's cool.
He's gone now, isn't he?
No.
Oh, really? I thought last
He-
year was supposed to be his last year.
No, they got to the playoffs.
Playoffs. Yeah.
Well, he's not.
With
Would you say?
Geno Smith.
With Geno Smith, that's right. They did.
I hear people saying that Geno Smith is like he's like the new hotness.
He's old.
I guarantee you he's not going to have a year. He has. Guarantee it.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how he was playing at the end of the year. That's Geno.
Would you okay? So would you say that Pete Carroll's his run, like what's his like win-loss record? It's got to be
He's good.
He's good.
pretty
Yeah.
solid run, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah. He was. They were pretty much in the playoffs like almost every year. So
Yeah, he's how long? He's got to be there like almost 15 years now.
somewhere like
I
that.
feel- yeah, it feels like it. It feels
Yeah.
like 15, 20.
A long time.
Yeah. When did the Walrus end up in Kansas City?
That was like 5-6 years ago,
No,
man.
that's longer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because he was in Philadelphia before that, right?
Who was his?
That's when his son died, and then he came to Kansas City.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken.
wow.
Yeah. So
Who was his first quarterback? Was it Trent Richardson?
No, that's a running back.
Oh no.
It was
I think I know who you're talking about.
Trent Green.
Trent Green.
Green. Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those guys before Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Oh right, I forgot about Alex.
They still
Smith.
got Mahomes now, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's there for the next
Still.
decade.
What did I saw something on him. the other
Was
day.
there
What the
rumors
fuck
that he
it?
was thinking of going somewhere?
No, that he. Yeah, there was something I can't remember what it was though.
Let's start these rumors.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Do you have an audience to make this?
You don't announce it on the podcast.
I
heard.
heard
There you
Andy
go.
Reid talk some serious shit about his wife.
No. You have to drive the rift. The family thing is you have to make that. You have to make it tied to his idiot brother because that's believable.
Or that Pat Mahomes said something about Andy Reid's kid killing somebody. Because he did.
Did he?
It's not a rumor then.
Yeah, he killed. I'm pretty sure he killed the person by a drunk driving accident.
Oh,
in the
I was
middle
like,
of the afternoon.
In the middle of the afternoon?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, okay. When you said like killed a guy, I was like,
OJ.
well, not OJ. I was thinking
Fucking
more.
bystander.
Yeah, I was thinking more like GTA. I was like,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No.
Construction worker talking shit, huh?
These guys always get lippy with you, man. You got to show them what's up. So,
We should spread rumors just to see if they ever come around.
well,
Be like The Simpsons and see
Be
if
like
this
The
comes
Simpsons,
true in 20
yeah.
years.
the problem is we can't have this conversation and then do that. That's something
That's
that has
true.
to be done off the record.
Yeah. That would require pre-planning. We don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yeah,
That's the whole
no,
purpose of this thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I just remember how much fun that was. I remember at the airport spreading rumors about Southwest Airlines coming.
Yeah,
They were
it was
so much
adversarial,
fucking
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was so much fun. Yeah, I think that's the only workplace I've ever really done that. No, there's been a couple others, but
Well,
I usually wasn't in a place long enough to kind of get the feel for like what do people really want to hear. So
I mean, I've been in places where there were things that, yes, you could put out there as like some kind of wish fulfillment where you'd be like, oh, I heard this boss is getting fired or whatever, something like
Yeah.
that. But I mean, that was absolutely useless because you just look. and, like,
well, yeah, you lose your credibility real quick if
Yeah.
it's easily verifiable.
And I never once participated in talking out of school kind of like rumors. It was never like, oh, did you hear this chick is like, I never once participated in stuff like that because it had nothing to do with me.
I did when I was younger, so
Yeah,
I guess I grew out of that. But
it wasn't a
I don't know.
growing
I
out,
mean,
it
there
was
was
just-
enough times in my career where like even the most off the wall rumor proved to be true. So, after a little time, it was just like, okay, so that unraveled.
right.
And then whoever was spreading that got vindicated. So, I don't know. I'm sure there's money in NFL rumors.
I mean, shit, well, first off, in order to make a successful rumor, we'd have to come at it from a point of, we'd have to come at it with a point of like believable authority,
Mhm.
right? You and I mean, we're not like Bill Simmons. It's like, we don't know a
yeah.
guy or something. It's like, we'd have to be able to jump in and say like, so I know a guy who's a groundskeeper for the, Jets or whatever.
Oh,
like
okay.
something that you could buy
Yeah.
into, but not like from us. It's like, well, you're not a journalist.
Yeah.
It's like, how many years do you work at ESPN? It's like, none.
0.
I've had a
But I know a
podcast
guy,
for
yeah.
multiple years here.
Had a podcast. Yeah, I got 200 episodes.
Right.
So,
This podcast is brought to you by Albert Tacos.
Albert Tacos.
Who would be a local business that you'd want to get as our advertiser?
A local business is our advertiser? Oh, I don't know, man. You could go big,
There's a big logo.
So, what wasn't it like Tough Shed was actually started here? Now it's nationwide.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
really?
Yeah, we could go after them.
Oh, I need
Or
a tough shit. Let's make this happen.
you have a Tough Shed?
I want one
Oh, okay.
What do you want one for?
to put all my tools and stuff in so my garage has more space.
Don't you have that deep garage?
Yeah, but it fills with junk.
Oh yeah.
Well,
See, that's
and-
the problem with any extra space.
But,
in your
but,
house.
but I can't put
It's a
like the
vacuum.
lawnmower and stuff back there
Oh.
because otherwise, then you got to back the car out to get to the
Oh,
lawnmower
yeah.
to go mow your lawn and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, and then the kids' bikes are all on this side and everything else. So, yeah, I want a shed.
Okay.
So
Tough
let's
shed
make it
would be
happen.
up there.
Is not storage.
Storage. What do you mean it's not storage?
Just saying that your problem is you have too much shit. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I use I use it all.
Okay.
Everything.
At some point, yeah. I mean, there's like Christmas decorations. I use those.
Trash those.
I'm going to decorate my house
Yeah.
for Christmas
no,
every
We
year.
always do that every year.
Do it with 70% less Christmas crap.
I get more every single
This is what I'm
year.
talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about.
That's every year when it does the 50% off sale. Go and scoop
All right,
up
so
a
you
few
go
things.
after Tough Shed. You go after Public Storage. So, or 1-800 got junk. There you go.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
We'll have
Yeah, I
conflicting.
Jeff would love to be like, the spokesman for a dumpster company. Throw all your shit out. Don't like your plates? Frisbee them in the dumpster. You can eat off paper towel.
There should be a neighborhood one everywhere.
Are you tired of hiding monitor after monitor in your
Yeah,
dumpster every
exactly.
week?
Yeah. These have
not
full size.
supposed
Just
to
hook them
go
right
there.
over there. Yeah. I've done it. I mean, he and I threw a huge TV in the
Yeah.
dumpster. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
so-
gray one?
Oh yeah. It was at my house.
Oh no!
Oh.
No, it was his.
It
Yeah.
had a 36
Yeah.
inch flat screen. Back when flat screen meant 3-inch pane of glass.
How did we get rid of the
So
gray
fucking
one?
heavy.
Which gray one?
The one that
big
was at my house.
Oh.
I don't remember how it got gone.
I have a big gray one downstairs.
Is it?
It is not. No, it is
It's not the
same
one?
No,
Okay.
this was left over.
Oh.
From a roommate. The thing is so fucking heavy. Yeah, and it doesn't matter. It's just like it'll go when I get the dude to come over for stuff because it's not like we're our little commercial here. It's like tired of throwing battery after battery in the creek.
Tired of pouring paint down your own toilet?
Want to do things the legal way
The
for
legal
a
way?
change?
Yeah. Stop burning your own motor oil.
Styrofoam fire threatening to burn down
Yeah.
your actual house.
To your eyes itch.
There's chickens everywhere. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so yeah, no, that would be our I was going after Albert Tacos. I don't think they're a national chain.
Albert Taco?
No, I don't. I think that they
I don't
are.
think they're strictly local. So
I don't know how local I
I think I did ads for them when I was with Nads.
did you?
I think I remember seeing Albert Tacos before.
Now, are they Colorado or are they
That is entirely possible.
is there some like dude in Detroit? It's like, oh, there's an Albert Tacos right here. But I've been to other places. I've never seen another Albert Taco.
no, they're out there. Yeah.
I think.
It's like Southwest Regional though, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. So
But like the Southwest ghettos and fucking strip malls, isn't that Taco John's territory?
no,
Hey,
I don't know.
I like the Taco John.
No, you don't. You like the potatoes. You like potato olays. You don't like Taco John's.
I love their breakfast. The breakfast burrito is spectacular because they
don't
put
think I've ever had
Olays
it.
in there with your eggs and bacon. Fantastic.
I thought their breakfast burrito was fucking dog shit.
Loved it.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Well, it's gonna be hard to get it. You have to go all the way up to Denver.
Well, we can go on post. So if you can get on Fort Carson,
They don't
there's
have
one.
it there anymore.
I thought they did.
Mm.
Oh, bum bum bum.
Denver.
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 Fuck that.
I
So,
don't know. You're never getting.
Yeah.
If you go to Waterworld, then you can grab one on a. Why?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to Waterworld?
No, I'm not gonna go.
And you're gonna go to goddamn Albert Tacos when you're in
Not-
Denver?
Not Albert Taco.
Oh no,
It's
I'm sorry,
Taco John's.
Taco John's. Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm not gonna go to Denver. So actually, that's not true. I'm going to Denver, I think, tomorrow. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's just
you want to go eat a breakfast burrito with a lot of like organ meat? In
I
it?
will not be up there that early in the morning. So
Yeah,
yeah,
their lunch and dinner stuff. No, it's not that great.
Dude, we're not even talking about good organs like liver.
Not eating the foie gras.
foie gras.
Yeah, we're not getting down there either. We're talking about like this is 100% like animal you don't like and kidneys. So I mean, we're in bad news. That place is rank.
It's so good. But yes,
Like I said, I haven't been there in so long. I don't even remember.
Well, if you're gonna be in there, like if you're gonna be in Denver, shoot, there's a Long John Silver's up there.
I can't stand Long John Silver's.
what's the
So-
difference between Long John Silver's and Captain D's?
Exactly.
A
So
lot.
no, they both have shrimp in the fryer, so they'll kill me if I eat them.
Oh, so those KFCs are out too, then, huh?
I don't go to
That
KFC.
they're attached
Yeah,
to.
no, I don't go to KFC.
Do they make?
There's Long John Silver KFC crossovers.
Crossovers.
You just fry everything.
Oh, you can taste the.
Yeah, you can taste the fish.
Yeah, you can taste it.
Look, I like those things, but you cook them separately, man. That's just like you put them in separate breading, and you don't just.
It's kind of tasty.
You don't cook fish in fucking chicken oil. You don't put chicken in fucking fish oil.
I don't think they care.
They don't.
They don't care.
Look, any
And
of-
you get bonus, like those are the ones that have tons of the crispies that they put in your food.
yeah, but they're fucking whacked out from being fried with like sneakers and all sorts of other shit.
fantastic.
Right with sneakers.
Kentucky Fried Sneaker.
Dude, you're gonna act like those people didn't actually like bread a napkin and throw it in there?
Oh, I'm sure they've tried
Get the
everything.
fuck out of here.
If I had one of those fryers there and it's 10:30 at night, I'm throwing
Sure. No,
stuff
you-
in.
You've seen the assholes who throw like a bucket of ice in there?
Okay, I don't know if
I've seen that on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does not turn out well.
No, they have to evacuate the place
Yeah.
before it's demolished.
Right. Yeah.
Because it then becomes like an ecological hazard.
This is how they destroyed the Pollo Locos in Breaking Bad.
Is
Did they
it?
actually destroy it?
They did in Better Call Saul.
Oh, in the last season. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think it was earlier on.
They destroyed it?
He destroyed his own
He destroyed his own.
Why?
to cover up so that it looked like the gang was destroying his
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
as a message.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, the actual Hector Salamanca just died.
He
I
did just
heard,
die
yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So, what's his name? Margolis?
I
Something
don't
like
know.
yeah. Something
They
like
showed
that.
his face. I'm like, I don't know exactly where that is.
Well, yeah. The thing is, he's been in so many things, but they just show him as a vegetable with a little fucking bell. And everybody's like, "Oh, it's the guy. It's Hector Salamanca." And so
That's your lasting memory.
yeah, I know. It's like that's kind of the role that you pick up at the end, and it's kind of like, well, shit. It's like Sean Connery in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
People remember him from like three things. It's either like you're either James Bond,
Right.
right?
You're Captain Ramius.
You know it could be that like Captain Ramius. I'm trying to remember like his three like most distinctive things. So it would be like
Indiana
James
Jones.
Bond. You could have something like that. It's either that or like that interview with Barbara Walters where he's like, "There's nothing wrong with slapping a woman,"
Yeah, some people do remember it that way. Yeah.
because
So-
he has no fucking remorse whatsoever.
Oh, he's Scottish, man. Yeah. He's a
Well,
special
no, I don't think
breed
it's
of,
good.
like, yeah.
Hey, you give her the last word, and she doesn't accept the last word. She won't let it go.
These are healthy relationships.
You can see the guy in the back, like, stop!
He
He
didn't
don't
care.
care.
And you know what? And he didn't take shit for it either.
No, and again, this is like 1982.
Yeah, it
so,
was
yeah.
not today.
It's not today. So that was where you could see the cigarette smoke coming off the audience in the shot.
Dude, okay, I watched one of the. So this was like 15 minutes of like intolerable shit that I would never get back. I was like, all right, I don't know how it came up, but I was like, I'm gonna watch one of Dice Clay's old sets.
Ooh. Why?
I don't remember because
Okay.
I was like, I don't know how it came up, but it just came up with something I was listening to. It was like, I seem to remember this dude being so funny.
Not so much.
Not as
It was miserable to get through, and fucking people are so stupid at these things. Like, I don't like. The thing about it was like people were like reciting the stupid jokes.
Yep.
I'm like, were we just idiots back then?
I watched some Gallagher stuff the other day. Yeah, we were pretty dumb. So
Well, even like, did you skip past the 45 minutes of god awful stand up to get to
the 45 minutes of terrible stand up to get to the
To the
flipboard
Sledge-O-Matic?
before you get to the Sledge-O-Matic. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the Sledge-O-Matic is really disappointing. So yeah,
It's
It's nowhere near as
It's
cool
not
as a
as-
grinding machine that destroys everything.
no. The other thing, yeah, yeah, no. I could watch that for hours. I think you can throw as many car parts in that thing as I can take. So, but no, Gallagher's bad. So I did not dare myself to go watch some Dice Clay, but
it was miserable.
yeah, the other
Like,
one
it
that was miserable is Carrot Top. Carrot Top is insufferable.
Oh, I don't recall him being good in his prime, but maybe
It's so bad. So yeah. And I hate to say it, I actually watched some Robin Williams and I can't do it anymore, man. So he speaks so fast, he makes me breathless. So, you know,
I haven't even.
this is the old stuff too, man. Back in his Mork days. So,
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I don't remember that. The other thing that I tried to watch, and this was like a couple years ago when I heard like Rogan and some of his fucking guys,
Some of those guys
jerking
are
it off.
intolerable.
No, they were like, well, you're not going to top like the old Eddie Kinnis and stuff. I'm like, no, this is unwatchable. I'm like,
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
it's not. It's not terrible, like, in terms of that. It's just
Oh
like,
wait, I'm
this
thinking
was,
of Eddie Izzard. Sorry. Yeah. that's
he wasn't
different guy.
bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, Kinnison was like, you had to be there.
Yeah.
If this didn't have an impact in your life at the time, then this is just like, what the fuck is this retarded noise? That's all you'd say. It's like, there's nothing enjoyable about this.
Yeah.
And I remember the only thing I remember liking about Dice Clay was I was too young to be listening to it. So I was like, well, this is funny because he said bad word.
Right, yeah. But then you go listen to George Carlin, and he's still as fucking funny now as he was back then.
It was more
So-
poignant than anything else.
It
Like,
was,
yeah,
but I mean, the
yeah.
guy knew how to deliver a good joke. So yeah, some of Rogan's buddies, I see him on there. It's like, no, I don't need to see this. So yeah,
Oh no, it's just like, no, I'm gonna listen to Joe DeRosa talk very slowly.
I'm
Great.
not gonna. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm not
great.
Gonna do that.
Okay.
So Joey Diaz, that guy makes my veins like start to clog up. Just seeing him. How do you get out there? Have you seen him?
No.
Oh man, don't go Google Joey Diaz naked.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they all worship him though, and it's like, okay, I get it. So, but it's like, and even like you challenged me a couple weeks ago to start going finding comedy.
Yeah.
And I went and I looked and I kind of gave up. So, because I don't know, my sense of humor is just not. It's not in a sweet spot in the market right now, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you the guys. All right, so when I looked up some old stuff, okay, I'll tell you the guys that stood out and like their jokes and their delivery still made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Number one was Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, he's still good. Yeah.
Because he did his thing from like start to finish. Like, you never changed.
Mm-hmm.
It was
His Carson appearances are fantastic.
that was what I ended up watching, and Don Rickles.
Oh, I should go look at some of his shit. It's been
That shit
yeah,
cracked me up.
yeah. I should go look at his shit. So
That killed me. I was like, wow, okay, this is still funny. But as far as yeah, that's how I ended up on Dice Clay was there was a Mitch Hedberg joke that I was looking for, and that dude, his delivery was still funny. I was like, this is amazing.
Who?
Right? Mitch Hedberg.
okay, don't know. Yeah.
He's just okay. He died way early.
Okay.
Too soon. So he didn't like peter out, but there was a joke of his I was trying to remember the details of because Mike used to love it.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just there was this candle holder joke and it was funny. But so I ended up following that rabbit hole. I'm like, it was like, oh, okay. It's like the Dice Man cometh. I'm like, okay, this is an hour long. It's like, I remember this and it's just retarded. It's just like, it's this stupid caricature of comedy. And
Yeah.
the morons listening to it, like, they're just eating it up.
Mhm.
Like, this is just horrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm the same way whenever I see Chevy Chase. So,
Well, you don't.
I fucking can't stand the guy.
Your
Yeah.
beef with him goes deep,
Deep-
man.
deep
It's
in the
like,
lungs,
it's like
yeah.
you guys grew up in the same neighborhood.
I
It's
don't
like,
fuck that guy. So ran over my dog. This
Yeah.
bike, kind of thing. No, the other guy that I did watch a bit of that I didn't know he was as good was Steve Martin. So
Steve Martin was brilliant.
Some of his stuff is just great. So and I so I spent a couple hours the other day kind of mining that one down. So and this is like early 80s. So to mid 80s, it's really good. So he was still doing stand up even when he was like the fucking hottest ticket in comedy Hollywood there for a few years. So he did like he did a shitload of movies at that time. So
He took time off from Bowfinger to.
No, I'll go check out Don Rickles. So I haven't seen any of his shit.
That one came fresh off of. I was watching the old roasts.
Oh, okay.
And he was crushing it on those.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely delightful.
Who's he roasting?
Everyone.
Oh, okay.
Everyone. It wasn't because I mean it would rotate, you know. But since he was like a constant presenter, he was just making fun of everybody. It was a team arguing everybody like so.
God.
That was a joy. But anyway, so that's that. All right, we're over.
Oh, we are.
Final thoughts.
I don't know. Yay football, I guess.
Football's all
there you
here.
go.
Yay
Okay.
football. So go Rockies.
Betting season.
Betting season. All right. Okay, you got it.
Making money. All right, I'm Pat.
I will.
Jeffrey,
Hitting the button.
I've seen all 4 Critters movies.
Oh, you haven't mentioned that in a while.